Yeah, this is kind of what I got. Honestly, this is just like the vague plan or vague knowledge and then plan kind of actions I need to take and which y'all can follow. Really, it's just a plan of becoming a polymath, a jack of all trades, understanding many different topics and sources of knowledge, gaining a lot of sources of knowledge sources, and just knowing how to utilize these in the thing that I'm trying to do. And eventually, hopefully, when I really get when I really get a real laid out plan, people will genuinely start to be like, okay, this is real. And now I really want to join. And people would really start dedicating and putting in the same amount of effort I am into this. And they'll start putting effort into this too. So it's all really on me. I got to lead by example. I have to study for a number amount of years, and then keep y'all updated on a lot, and then come back with a solid, plan for everything. But here's what I got so far. I got education right here. Got economics, math. Well, economics that encompasses econometrics. That goes into data science and data collection, data analyst, shit like that. But what economics is really concerning is business valuation is concerning, microeconomics, macroeconomics is concerning, the theory of money, really just basically economics, the economy, how these things work, and how we can utilize and use the economy to our advantage. We got math, of course. This is just a foundational skill that can be used in everything and anything. This is very important. I should have really took this serious when I was in school. Science, another very important thing. Going down when we start going down many different paths, this would be a very nice thing to have. Some science, go down into physics, and even deeper sciences. You can go down into chemistry. It goes down into, a fucking lot, bro. You have what is this? This is trades. What is this? Trades? I guess trading. I know you're trading on the stock market. Something I really want to do, want to automate. My nigga, that's why I'm going into math. And you see a quant right here. You got financial markets and economics. I got econometrics and data science, so I can collect data. So I can be a quant researcher too, and then be a quant developer. So that would go into like computer science, computer engineering. Computer science, which would be software engineering. It will go into hardware too. Also, it will go into that would be the quant developer, and then it will go into dev operations, optimizations, and then it will go also into quant researcher, and then what is called financial engineer, which is basically quant researcher basically a quant researcher that researches all these things. And then I forgot validation for it too. I need to be able to validate all these things. Well, my algorithms I want to make with trading, I really want to go deep into that. I think that would I genuinely want to go into trading. I think that's going to be my real ticket to gaining some capital and some more plans I got cooking. Just working jobs and saving my money, stacking my pie, building my credit, shit like that. So it would be great to learn about economics, the financial market in general. History is another thing. We can't move forward if we don't know our past. And usually people work on this, how most people in general in life, because they don't really know about history, including me. I just know a little bit of alternative history and a decent amount of regular history, the history we learn in history books. Because people don't really know a lot about this history or history in general or alternative history, people work off sudden falsehoods and beliefs and notions that lead to wrong They lead to wrong outlooks or solutions to certain questions they would pose or ask. So that's why history is very important to know, because if you saying, let's say Julius Caesar, if we actually look into his history, there's no confirmation that he even existed. But most people go off of that Julius Caesar existed or whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, and people are drawing so many wrongful conclusions when there's not even enough evidence to conclude that he even existed in the first place. So that's why history is very, very important in the first place, because history makes the present, and we assume so much off history. That's why we need to know the history. I got language up here in general. Language can be helpful in translating grimoires, magical texts. I'm talking about learning basically all type of languages. This includes ancient languages too. It can be helpful in just learning anything, man. They get different books that aren't translated to in English or whatever. Just having a wide versatility of different languages in your tool belt can really help you out in life. Business management skills. Business management for eventually, like how I really see this, like community working out eventually, is we might make a product. This is just the idea. We might make a product or something, a product, and then we manufacturing the product and then we selling it to a market. Simple as that. Something like that. It's not gonna be that fucking simple. It's gonna be things inside of that will even make this possible. But this plan, look, this is what the plan is, man. I'm gonna really dedicate a lot of my time and years of my life to this plan, but I'm also not gonna neglect my own life. So just in case people don't really take this shit seriously, I'm still straight. But I really do hope people take this seriously, and I really do want to see this change happen. So I'm really gonna dedicate all my time to really hashing out this plan and learning as much as I fucking can to really make a solid fucking plan of action of what we actually need to do. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna see if I can learn enough, man. But yeah, and then I got econometrics down here. This is a very important thing, because econometrics and data science, it tells us, like, if we look at a large data points, or especially like data, I forgot what they call it, data engineers, where they pull data and put it in front of a data scientist and then a data scientist will just interpret the data so we can use it in certain ways. You see what I'm saying? So they will interpret the data, and they would basically say, like, okay, these amount of people bought this item on this day, and blah, 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 blah. And we can capitalize off of that by doing X, Y, and Z. You see what I'm saying? Basically. So it's very important going into algorithms and being a quant. That's what I got right here, a quant. Got financial markets, obviously. Learning about financial markets is very helpful. Law, very, 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 very important. I mean, the law is seriously fucking important, man. Doing anything, because I'm not trying to necessarily revolt, right? I'm not really trying to revolt, right? So, what I'm trying to tell y'all, bruh, I'm not trying to revolt, man. And what niggas need to understand is, what we need to understand is that we must abide by the law if we even do want to create like a system or anything. If we do want to create like a little compound in secluded rural area, something like that, but not too secluded so we can still have markets and shit like that. But I'm telling you, bro, I think it's gonna be difficult and hard, man. I'm gonna keep it a $150 with you. But it's so many of us, free thinking spirits. Bro, if we can just come together under one plan, under a solid plan of action, I guarantee you we could do something. We're just all scattered, right? Not under one thing, not under anything. So we cannot like group up and really fight back. We're all scattered, so they can just pick us off one by one. So we really need to group up and come together under one plan. And that's what I hopefully want to do in the future. I'm going to do. I'm going to learn everything I can. And I'm going to keep it a buck. If I learn everything I can and I come to the conclusion that, bro, this shit is impossible, it's probably not going to work. But on the off chance I do, right? On the off chance I do come up with a solid plan for all of us to change our lives, help y'all out, the people who are in need, to get y'all at a point in y'all life where y'all could actually join us and be ready to support this journey and dream or this plan to the full extent, to not only help your life out but change your life, man. Just like, this is all an assumption that I'm gonna live to the age of 80 or something. I could die tomorrow. We all know that, my nigga. I mean, dude, it's just an assumption. But on the off chance we do live to age 80, I want our lives, look back on our lives and be like, okay, at least we did something on this pitiful ass rock or world. At least we changed something. At least we fucking accomplished something. At least our lives weren't fucking utterly pitiful and meaningless, right? Which they're probably gonna be, my nigga. Like, but that's just the probable answer. But we gotta try. At least I'm gonna try. I'm 18. It's my kind of, I'm gonna say it's my obligation, but I do feel like I am in a privileged position to where I can actually allocate a lot of my time. Cause I know older people really can't, man. They got too much bills, stresses of life, too much built up already, man. So I'm gonna take my youngness, a little bit of my naivety, and meet the world head on. My nigga, I'm not very naive, man. I know this shit is about to be brutal. But what I'm saying is, I at least gotta try, bro. I got to try. But we come down here, man, we got experience. Some of the key things we need, obviously, we need experience in business, management, different things like logistics, just different things, how to, like governance, different governance methods, different governance methods. Because I want it to be very fair and equal. I don't want it to be like a dictatorship, but it still gotta be systematic. But I still want it to be better than what this is right here. I still want people to have freedoms and shit. Not to just be all confined and shit, but still, we gotta get shit done. Because it is, you see what I'm saying? It's still life. We still gotta get shit done. I hope niggas understand that. It's not just, like, this is just alternative. So we can gain more, really, hope and enjoyment out of life. That's all this is, bro. It's alternative. It's not, bro, we're not gonna be in the fucking Caribbean. That's the goal, I guess. That could be one of the goals, to be in the Caribbean chilling, right? On a fucking island in Hawaii, on a fucking beach or something. Yeah, that'd be the goal. That's the goal. But in our reality, bro, it's just coming together as a community and fighting against this world and making it easier for the next person. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I really want to do. It's going to be very, very hard, man. I already know this. I never assume some shit is going to be easy because I know reality. It's going to be very, very hard. It's not going to all work out. It's going to be very difficult. A lot of people with different personalities, different traumas in their life, different experiences. It's going to be very fucking hard. And, man, it's going to be cutthroat. It can't be slackers, bro. When the plan does finally commence, bro, it's not, bro, I'm telling you, bro, do not think this shit is going to be like this. Bro, I'm not telling you to hope, bro. What I'm saying is, bro, live your life, bro. But what I'm saying at least, man, become a polymath. Start looking into different things, different like math, science, spiritual knowledge in general, business manager, data science, anything you really want to do if you really want to go into it. But always look realistically at it. Don't just say, oh, it's going to work out. Like this right here is probably not going to work out. But I at least got to try. And I'm saying that right now, it probably won't work out because I don't have enough knowledge. But honest to God, I really don't know. It probably could. I ain't gonna say honest to God. Fuck that dude. Fuck God. You asshole for condemning us to this bullshit. But that's besides the point. Knowledge on many different subjects, like what I just explained, and money, capital is the most important thing. I'm not asking for fucking money. Do not say he's a scammer. I'm not asking for fucking money. I'm not asking for your fucking shekels, man. I'm not. When the plan finally commences, bro, and I have a solid enough plan to really show y'all on the fucking PowerPoint, because that's what I'm imagining in my head. I'm gonna have a PowerPoint. It's all gonna be fucking laid out. And I'm telling you, this shit is gonna take years, bro. It's gonna take years, man. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna take years and years and years of time. And man, I'm not telling you to hope in me. Do not place your hope and faith into me. Please don't, man. Please do not, bro. Do not place your hope and faith in me. Only thing I am saying is I am trying to do something, and this is the best way I can do something, bro. So, and I've always been like a planner, strategic thinker. This is what I know, bro. This is all I know. This is all I got. So, as I accumulate knowledge and until I get a actual viable plan, that is when I want niggas to be like, yeah, okay, he is dead ass serious. Now let's really see what this nigga talking about. Let's really see what the fuck this nigga really trying to do, and let's hop on this plan. That's when I want niggas to be in the Discord, commenting. But beforehand, bro, I just want to build this channel up, talk about different topics, talk about my mind on it, update y'all boys on the plan and my knowledge and shit, you know, and what I really want to do. Oh yeah, I forgot about military tactics, outdoor survival skills, very important too. Farming, because I would love to have some farms on that motherfucker. I mean, on the, like the rural area, I guess. Love to have farming on there. Different things of this nature, man. It's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. And I'm going to have to really get a solid grip on this plan before I execute anything or just say, well, guys, I hope we can do this. No, man. Reality is very brutal and fucked up. And I just got to see, bro. I just got to see if this can actually work. But that's what I'm saying, man. We just need experience in business. Well, this is for me. Because, you know, I'm the one that needs to have the plan. But if anybody else come over the plan, man, and it's a way better plan than mine, I'm definitely hopping on their shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm definitely hopping on their shit. You feel me? But until then, I guess I'll just do this. Experience in business management, knowledge on many different subjects, and money, capital, obviously, to do the things we need to do. Capital, obviously. And another thing I want to mention is I don't really want, like, I was thinking of ways to counteract going into, like, business with big companies. Because we already know these companies are, you already know, man. We already know these companies are Freemasons, motherfucking Rosicrucians. We already know these niggas are very corrupt. And I really don't want to fuck with that. Even, like, going into, like, the government side of things. Of course, we're going to have to mingle with them, my nigga. But I'm not really trying to get too deep into that. I want to kind of be a weak organization. Something in it. I mean, bro, one of our advantages of this community is that we don't want to have children at all. None of us want to have fucking kids. So that is a great advantage. It makes us a weak target, weak enough to not even notice. My nigga, weak enough to not even be scared of, because we're going to die off in one generation. We're no threat to anybody. So this is a very good advantage that we have. Our weakness actually plays to our favor. To a certain extent, my nigga. Obviously, we can still get knocked off, but we aren't really trying to do anything. Only thing we're really trying to do is go our own way, separate from society, and build our own thing. That's all. I'm not trying to compete with these fat businesses. That is not the goal, bro. Let me tell you this. I am just trying to live, man. Live a alternative lifestyle. That is it. I am not trying to compete with these big businesses. I am not trying to outcompete them, tear their fucking establishment down. No, because that's when fucking niggas start killing people. That's when people start killing people. And shit start getting very serious, man. Bro, when we get to that point, bro, that's I've noticed one of our biggest advantages. None of us want to have kids. So these niggas really want to attack us or see us as a threat at all. These niggas won't really see us as a threat. So that's another big advantage that we have. Another advantage is our numbers, our free thinking, and our critical thinking. So That's another one of our advantages. And another advantage is, well, a way I was thinking of the plan to start, because I don't want just everybody coming in. I want people to get to know each other for a decent amount of time first. At least a decent amount of time. Everybody get to know each other for a decent amount of time. People get to grasp each other before we start meeting up and shit. And putting our crumbs together to build the pie, you know? Before we start putting our crumbs together to build the little pie, we need to all know each other so we can trust each other. And that's what I was saying about this knowledge thing. I don't want y'all to just, if this plan does work out, y'all need to have knowledge too, so y'all can check me on my bullshit. You know, I'm in the same predicament as y'all, and I want the best for y'all too, because I actually genuinely do give a fuck. I'm not gonna lie. My nigga, I'm a terrible person too. I've done terrible shit in this world, but I can recognize my terribleness, and I do want to put a stop to it. I try not to be an asshole. I try not to be terrible, my nigga, and I try not to, you know, just be fucking terrible, you know? That's really the only thing, man. Yeah, and another thing is, man, this world is very discouraging. It's brutal, man. You gotta figure this shit out by yourself, man. It's very hard to do. But I've done it multiple times in multiple different, for that trading thing, it took me a long ass time to even come up with that plan. I got a nutritional diet coming up right now. And for my nutrition, cause I'm vegan, I'm working on my nutritional plan and shit, and my workout plan for training and boxing and gymnastics, so I can be flexible, and guys, so I can be healthy for the longest period of time I'm on this earth, so I can learn the most. I mean, not to learn the most, but learn as much as I can, so when I do die, which they're most likely, that is probably the highest probability of being an afterlife, I can be prepared to face what we face, my nigga. And if there is no afterlife, oh fucking well, it's for no reason. At least I tried something in this meaningless ass world, if that is the case. Well, at least I tried something before I died. At least I tried to change something, you know. At least I tried to put myself out there. My nigga, that's all I can say at the end of the day. If I die, if I end up on the side of the street homeless, well, oh fucking well. At least I can say I tried, my nigga. At least when I'm fucking doing heroin on the side of the street, I can say I attempted something. I'm gonna be telling the young niggas, man, see, I attempted it, nigga. I'm gonna tell y'all niggas the truth. I'm gonna be one of them old ass niggas, bro. No bullshit. Telling the young niggas the truth. But, you know, they ain't gonna listen. Nobody gives a fuck, and nobody wants to change anything. And, you know, I was, even about that, edible landscape meritocracy, man, it will never happen because people don't really want change. That's what you gotta understand. The oofy doofy, man. You can do anything to the oofy doofy, and they won't revolt. They don't give a fuck, man. They're just gonna keep complaining. And the main reason behind this is a lack of knowledge in general. They don't have knowledge. They don't have enough knowledge, bro. So they just work off of emotion and, you know, irrationality. And they just do things they think is going to affect something, but it actually affects nothing. That's why knowledge is power, man. Knowledge is the key to all change. Because what you don't know is your greatest weakness, my nigga. That's why. And we in the best time to do this. We have the internet, we have the phone, and we can all come together as a community. Because back in the day, bro, niggas who used to think like us did not have each other, bro. They were probably the most isolated people in the fucking world, bro. I can just imagine how brutal it used to be before niggas had technology and they thought like us. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I mean, I just can already know, bro, it was brutal. I can only imagine how brutal it was. It was most likely, because at least we can cope with each other, hop on the phone and talk to each other. But these motherfuckers were going to work, being fake all their life, suppressing themselves, and eventually probably got back in their bubble or their shell They probably got told to shut the fuck up, and they probably did because they realized there's no purpose or point to it to fight against it, my nigga. And that's what reality keeps shoving in our fucking throats. And I just can't accept it until I get beaten down completely, until I am on my knees begging for mercy, which will never fucking happen. I got too much pride. You know, I'm gonna have to die on that motherfucking hill I stand on. And until that day happen, until I am on my knees, wailing, understanding reality. Because I understand reality, but I understand it's brutal. And that's why I can work with reality. I can work through reality and try to see different outlets or outlooks and use these different all these different points of knowledge or knowledge sources to my advantage. And that's what I really think is the point. That's why I want to never delude myself to reality, because as soon as I delude myself, I become distorted. I need to keep myself in reality, bro. This, you might be saying, Jonah, well, this is very delusional, or Rebel, this is very delusional, man. What are you talking about? I mean, it's delusional right now. It definitely is. I'll give you that. It's definitely fucking delusional because I don't have the knowledge to actually put it all together. So it makes no fucking sense. Like, look at this paper. Man, it's a fucking convoluted scrabble. I don't have enough knowledge to put it together, but I have the sense of it. I have enough general knowledge to know where I need to go, to point myself in the right direction. And even then, I'm like, do I really fucking know? Only time will tell, man. But so far, bro, I have been right on a lot of things in life in general. Like trading, I was right on that. Well, I really don't know, but I got enough knowledge to know what the fuck I actually need to do to become an algorithmic trader, to actually build algorithms, to actually try it out to see if it actually works, or to even become a trader in general. I can kind of see what I really need to do in general. But yeah, man, that's all really I gotta say. Man, life is brutal as fuck, man. Let's just come to these, and remember, man, the void is not an escape, man, at all. The void isn't an escape. We can't escape this, bro. We gotta face it. And yeah, bro. I just want y'all boys to go watch some, go cope a little bit. I understand, bro. Niggas gotta cope. I know I be talking a lot of shit, talking about face your reality, but still, niggas gotta cope, man, to get through the day-to-day, man. And like this is coping for me. This is how I cope with reality right here, but yeah, man, that's the God's honest truth. God's honest truth, man. I think I need to stop saying it. It's just it's ingrained in my vocabulary. The God's honest truth. Man, fuck God. The fuck is you talking about? God, the nigga who brung us down here into these bodies that can inflict all this pain. That, I was thinking about it today, man. I was watching some Christian videos about this man. He was talking about Christianity and shit. I'm just like, I'm listening to him. I'm like, he was talking about how humans choose to indulge into sin, but you always got to ask the question. You got to always revert back to, okay, but God created the body, which harbors basically all sin. If you look at all the 7 deadly sins, what do you have? Lust, gluttony, envy. You can be envious over what somebody has, how somebody looks, all the type of shit. I mean, it just creates so much. Greed. Greed comes from wanting things, material possessions, which affects the body, affects our psychology, and makes us more, I guess, happy, satisfied. Greed, gluttony, lust, pride. I guess pride is a sin because pride can be I guess it could be like foolish pride. Like you're too prideful in the wrong situation. Like you don't know when to stop being prideful, or like ignorant pride where you're more obnoxious than anything, or very arrogant. You see what I'm saying? You're very fucking arrogant. It's a very interesting thing. I guess, my nigga, that's a sin. I don't know how pride is. Maybe y'all can explain that to me. Because I always get hung up on how pride is a sin in general. But lust, gluttony, obviously gluttony consuming the body inside of your fucking body, my nigga. Gluttony in all things, honestly. It kind of refers back to greed, but I think greed is more like this is like more satiation, my nigga. But all these things are very similar when you really look at them. Like greed and like lust and gluttony. That's what I'm saying. Like these are definitely like lust is definitely talking about just like sexual desire and shit. Overly sexual. I think the real like sin with lust, my nigga, if you ask me, bro, because I hate when these niggas say, well, man, procreating is a natural process, man. That's why being gay and being transgender is bad and wrong. And I'm just like, bro, a natural process, just because it's natural does not mean it's a good thing in general. Just because it's a natural thing to do does not mean it's okay, my nigga. Just because, like, I hate when, and I also hate when people say, oh, it's just the way of life or the circle of life, you know, the wheel, the food chain, you know. I hate when people say that shit. Like, they just justify, oh, it's just this, oh, it's just this, until they getting their fucking bowels torn out of their fucking gut, talking about, oh, it's just this, acting like they're the fucking deer getting their fucking neck ripped off by a goddamn cheetah or some shit. Like, what the hell are these niggas talking about? Talking about it's just life. It's only just life when it's not them. Like, it's so fucking annoying, man. It's only just life. Because as soon as something happened to them or somebody they love, oh my God, I never expected that to happen. I never noticed that about life. Like, man, like when a family member dies some shit, right? Or let's say, for example, a parent loses a child. They always say, that isn't a natural way of things. That isn't how things supposed to go. What reality do these niggas live in? The natural way of things? Nigga, actually, in the natural world, a child has a way higher chance of fucking getting killed. What the fuck are these niggas talking about? The natural way of things. That's actually the natural way of things. A child has a way more higher chance of getting killed because it's weak. It cannot protect itself, nigga. It's weak as shit. A child has a way higher chance. I don't know what the fuck these niggas be. This is what I be talking about. These niggas are deluded, man. They want to know. They want to see what they want to see. Nobody thinks enough, man. That's why these fucking idiots keep fucking creating for no reason at all. My nigga, to just be fucking wage slaves and consumers and perpetuate this fucking cycle just so they can have a meaningless, so they can have fulfillment in their meaningless fucking pointless ass lives, my nigga. So they can have a reason to live and to go on, my nigga. That's why they want to bring innocent fucking beings into this world so they can have a fucking reason and meaning to keep going on in this fucked up ass reality. It's so disgusting and fucked up. Swear to God, in all reality, in all honesty, it's really fucked up and disgusting. Man, these niggas don't think enough about these things, and they just look at all the positive. Oh, stop looking at the negative. Bro, when the niggas say stop looking at the negative, they are being delusional. They are not actually trying to look at reality for what it actually is. They're not really thinking about it, and they're trying to justify this bullshit. Like when a person say, oh, we wouldn't know good without evil. We wouldn't know good without evil. Nigga, first of all, this is going under the premise that we are ignorant. How much awareness? Okay, let's picture ourselves in a world without evil, right? A world without evil, no evil. Okay, this depends on our awareness. Let's say we come from a world like this, right? We come from a world that was evil, right? And we go to a world that is purely good, no evil. We will understand that this is an amazing place. We need to stay here because guess what? Evil, right? Understandable. We can understand the impact of evil. We can understand how fucked up it really is. So we got enough awareness to realize, okay. So when people say there is no good without evil, they have a point to a certain extent. There is no good without evil. There is no like ultimate good without evil, right? There could be no good without evil, right? That's the truth. That is the truth. There could be no like ultimate, like you wouldn't like really appreciate the good. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what good is. It's kind of like the ultimate good is like the appreciation of escaping the evil or alleviating your pain. That's what most good is in this world. Alleviation of pain, my nigga. That's what good is in this world, right? So evil is a really strong force, but the good aspect is what humans create in general. Love, sense of peace. Well, we not really creating that, but we create certain uh uh we create certain thoughts, what is called thought thought processes, like different copes to fight against the evil, my nigga. But let's say we were in a world of good, right? No, we didn't come from a world of evil, right? Let's say we was in a world of good, and let's say it was the same ratio of smart to philosophical minds to ignorant or stupid minds. Most people will go around thinking, right? Let's say when you drop your wallet, people automatically know not to steal your wallet. Like, that's not even a thought in their head. They just say, oh, here you go, you dropped the wallet. Or a person who actually does good is based off of merit. This society would be based off of merit. A person who actually does good gets rewarded. But there would be no such thing as good. It would just be like the normal. It would be the normal. Because there would be nothing to compare it to, my nigga. Right? That's an insane reality. But I asked them this. Okay, even though this is true, even though this isn't insane, I'm not meaning by that, but even though this is true, you wouldn't really know good without evil, right? But even then, that's a very interesting thing. Would that actually be the case? Because I was thinking one time, I was like, well, there might be an inquisitive mind that might be like, oh, might be very fanciful, right? It's about what's the limit of our mind. Is it just not in the realm of possibility, right? So we wouldn't even think about the possibility of it, right? We wouldn't even think about, oh, this might be actual, like a bad. We might not even think about all the bad possibilities that could happen if we are in a good world, because what we have to compare it to. It's a very interesting question. But I was thinking one day, let's just go along with these thoughts, right? Let's say it's a person who very creative, and they make a story about a person getting, let's say, I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a very interesting thing, because then you got to break down the body. What type of body do we have? Are we in a human body? Can we feel pain? Because if we aren't in a human body where we can feel pain, we will have something to compare all our good experiences to, right? But if we was in like an astral body or a ethereal body, right, where we could tap out of in the ethereal bodies, they can still feel pain and shit. So it's a very interesting thing. It's a very interesting thing. This is why I'm saying, like, this good and evil argument. What they're really trying to say is they're trying to justify all the fucked up shit, because they're trying to say, well, they couldn't be good without evil. It's a really fucked up thing, because this world wouldn't be a bad place. That's what I'm saying. I mean, because, okay, this world wouldn't be a bad place in general. And I'm talking about not only this world, because you might say, well, Jonah, what about paradise? What about paradise, Rebel? What about paradise, right? Paradise. What about paradise, right? Adam and Eve were ignorant, very ignorant of their condition. And they lived in peace and happiness and, I guess, fulfillment, quote unquote, right? They were fulfilled, right? But what about that, right? But I will argue against that by saying, well, the realm or the beings that were governing over them were not purely good beings. The actual realm, it was nothing but a containment bubble within the actual terrible realm of possibility. Within the realm of possibility. And if we're working off the principle of everything being possible, or everything is possible at the same time, and everything is nothing but potential, there could there even honestly be just a good world? Yes, there could, because every potential and possibility, this is what New Age spiritualists think, every potential and possibility is already happening and already happened. So there could be a world where it's just good, right? Compared to other worlds, or compared to this world, it would be just a world that is nothing but bliss and highest level of enjoyment, almost like a containment bubble. I got this from Perpetual Pleasures, where inside of these containment bubbles is nothing but the most blissful states you could imagine. So it'd be like these little pockets in this I guess ethereal or astral realm, it'd be like these little pockets of potentiality where it's just nothing but bliss and everything you can imagine and pleasure for all of eternity, which is a very interesting thing compared to this duality. And there could be worlds where it's nothing but pain and suffering, or hell realms, which this is one of them. And humans have to cope by saying, well, it's not all bad, and we wouldn't know good without evil. They try to justify the bullshit by saying, we wouldn't know good without evil. Man, we wouldn't grow. We need pain to grow. And I asked them this again, my nigga. Some pain doesn't make us grow. Some pain actually destroys us, which it actually does in most cases of humans, because most humans don't want to actually face their pain. Most humans don't actually want to confront their problems, so they run away and they get very unhealthy habits, drinking, drugs, unhealthy eating habits, not exercising, many different things that subconsciously, the trauma that is affecting them subconsciously actually pops up in many different places in their life. So pain is always not a great grower. It's actually a destroyer, right? It's actually a very good destroyer, my nigga. It takes a lot to get over the pain and suffering that you incur in your lifetime, my nigga. So it's not really, and then on top of that, it's some pain that doesn't even teach you lessons. What does life really teach you? Not to be the slowest. Don't be slow. Like, okay, let's go into the animal kingdom, right? The animal kingdom, right? A little fucking rabbit running. Two little rabbits running, and the fox only catches one because it was slower than other rabbit. So this rabbit then learns, oh, I gotta be fast. Gotta be faster than other rabbits, right? That was the lesson. That was the lesson that needed to be taught, right? We want to know pain. We want to know. We want to grow. We need pain to grow. My nigga, why do you gotta ask this question? See, this is the bullshit ass justification these niggas try to make. Why do we even need to grow in the first place? Why do we need to come to a realm where we need to grow? What is the purpose of growing? New age spirituality. Hold on.
Hold on.
I'm making a video.
Okay, well, pause.
I can't. Huh? Alright, back to what I was saying. What was I even saying, man? Fucking forgot. But don't mind that, man. It's my fucking parent. What I was saying was, these new age spirituals think we come down here to learn. We come down here to learn something. This is a never-ending journey, my nigga. Maybe there's some truth to that, but is that really the case? Gotta really think about it. What are we really learning, my nigga? Some children come here just to die, my nigga. Some children come here as children just to fucking die, be raped, molested, murdered. And then they have to be spiritually helped on the other side. Spiritually helped on the other side, or cleansed on the other side, to get through all that pain and trauma. So obviously this pain and trauma is not a joke. It is something serious. And then I asked myself, okay, what is the purpose of going through all this pain and suffering? And then they say to spiritually evolve and grow into a new spirit and become more wise and become more wise. And I asked myself, do we really need to keep reincarnating to really do this? Or why can't we just like download little things, or go through like bro, only thing we really need is like 1,000 experiences, and then everybody like load or like get these downloads of these experiences because of telepathy. If everybody get these downloads of experiences, then we won't have to fucking incarnate anymore, because it would be just like, okay, we're all learning the same thing, we're all getting different knowledge, we're all learning from it. What do you learn from it? And you can like literally go deeper in detail, go to the other person that affected them, and look at all the fucking details and all the little things. My nigga, if we live in the astral plane or astral world, why does it literally have to be set up in a way where we have to reincarnate, lose our memories, and do it all over again, over and over, to learn about something? Thousands of lifetimes learning the same bullshit, and we're supposed to be spiritually evolving. And I asked myself, what really are our spirits or our souls? My nigga, it seems like we're more of experienced junkies than anything. Like, we love the chase, we love the thrill, Because you look at some of these past life aggressions, man. These niggas be talking about they come down to this earth to willingly do harm onto others. Like, and it's very sadistic, my nigga. So I'm looking at these spirits. I'm like, bro, these niggas are very sadistic. These niggas aren't very wise. And I asked myself, is that really the purpose, man? Just to come down here and learn and grow and expand the universe with love. With love, man. I'm just like, what the fuck are these niggas talking about? Why do they think love, like why is it always love? This human emotion, human concept of acceptance, of true, like a heartwarming feeling. Why is that always the answer? You go to religion, you go to Christianity, it's, oh, God created us so he can love somebody. Right? You go to many different things. That's all I really know. That's why I need to go into different religions too. But you go into spirituality, New Age spirituality, it's to expand the universe or expand. We come down here into different life forms to expand the collective consciousness. It's very insane, my nigga, to expand the collective consciousness. And because the collective consciousness wants to experience everything, because it's bored or because it wants to learn itself, which is very stupid, my nigga. If it wants to experience everything, why do we have spiritual people in the first place? That doesn't even make sense. Why would we ever have spiritual experiences? I guess to do every possibility. That's an explanation, my nigga. But it doesn't seem right. It doesn't explain all the bullshit. I ask myself again, why do we need this needless suffering in this world to really learn this shit, my nigga? Are we really all knowing and all powerful? Is God really all knowing and all powerful? It didn't need it. Like, if something already knew everything, right? Infinite potential, right? So it makes everything. Infinite potential, what does that really mean? So does that mean it's not really conscious or aware? Obviously, it's aware to a certain extent if it could make this or make us, right? It's aware, it's conscious, because you got to ask, where do our awareness and consciousness really come from, my nigga? If it made us, where does our awareness and consciousness come from? It has to come from somewhere. It has to come from something. It has to be inspired or invoked by something. So that means it's probably aware, my nigga, of its actions, of all the pain and suffering so many beings have to go through on a daily basis, on a day-to-day basis. It's brutal as shit. This world is fucked up. And I don't think any really religion, and that's another thing with karma too. Like, the thing with karma, man, it's like karma is so really so fucking subjective that you can't even really prove it, my nigga. Like, it has no objective. Like, if angels came down every time you did something wrong or bad to somebody, you could objectively say, okay, that's karma. You just got your karma. But just because, like, this is a great example I try to point out, man. If I was to get in an argument with one of my siblings, and it was a simple argument, but we both got mad, and then I was to go out and get in a car accident, and I died or got into an incapacitated state, nobody would say that was karma, right? Right? But I made her feel like shit. I treated her wrongly and treated her bad, or my sibling, he or she, bad. And now I'm in a hospital right after that fact. But nobody would probably claim that would be karma. Or nobody would say in their right mind that was karma, my nigga. Right? Nobody would have the balls or gall to say that. That shows you the subjectivity or the choosiness and the hypocrisy of it, my nigga. It shows you how it needs to be objective. We need to be able to objectively prove it so it can be actual something that we can quantify. Be like, okay, well, we know this is karma because, like, karma could work in this way. Like, if I was to think about punching somebody, and as soon as I thought about punching somebody, a thought popped up, and I felt their punch. Like, I felt the sensation of getting punched and how that would feel. You see what I'm saying? And I didn't do it. You see what I'm saying? I stopped doing it because I was like, damn, okay, that's really fucked up. That's the only reason. That's the only way karma That's the only, bro. We don't. That's what I'm saying. We don't really even need to like kind of reincarnate. It's a very interesting thing, my nigga. Like maybe, like I'm asking myself, even maybe we do really need to reincarnate. But then I ask myself, do we really? Let's really go down that thought path. Do we need to reincarnate? My nigga, reincarnation is like a thing that, okay, reincarnation. We reincarnate. Some people think we reincarnated because of karma. We keep reincarnating because we need to resolve our karma. But like I just said, what is our objective karma? And then on top of that, we keep getting memory fucking wiped. So how do we even know what karma to look for? And then you got to think about this how we know this is probably the case. I've heard of some cases, I don't know for the truth or not, I don't know if this is the truth or not, but I've heard of some cases where people have reincarnated thousands of times, trying to learn the same exact lesson. So it proves that the soul, even the soul isn't really directing us in any way, because people going through thousands of lifetimes and still not gaining the fucking point or message of the lesson or absolving all the karma, my nigga. And even or even like going into NDEs or going into NDEs and stuff, looking at like the life review and shit, looking at the life review, really looking at it and really studying it, how these people get basically tricked. It's almost like karma. Almost like they say, well, you need to go down there and atone for what you did on this other life. They shame you and guilt trip you into going back down into this earth when you had no plan, nobody gave you a guidebook or anything. You lost all your memories and you're expected to do this, that, and the third. But then you ask yourself, why do I die? Why do we need to die? Why do we need to eat? Why do we need to consume? Is consumption really something we need to learn or grow as human beings? Is it really something that we need, my nigga? Yeah, and I can rationalize it in any way, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, if you wanted to rationalize these points, you could rationalize it in any way. But you really have to ask yourself the question, which anybody who loves somebody really keep condemning them to this place or to any place, or keep sending them down to this place. For what purpose? For what real reason? You could always say it, oh, it's to learn, and you can rationalize it and you can see the little subjective points in between of how to rationalize it. But let's look objectively at the fact. And honestly, that fact of gaining or evolving your soul is one of the most pointless shit I've ever heard in my life. Why do I need to evolve my soul? For what purpose? My nigga, to not get trapped in a place like this, that's the only purpose I can see. To not get fooled or duped coming into a place like this, that's the only purpose I can see. Why would I need to evolve my soul? That's a very interesting thing that we need to ask ourselves. Why do we need to evolve our souls, my nigga? For what purpose? Why? We can always say, well, to learn and to grow and to evolve, but to what ends? Why are we evolving? To expand consciousness? But why do I need to expand consciousness? And also, why do so many things need to suffer to expand consciousness? And why are we trying to justify this shit like it's okay, my nigga? Because it's very real. If you, like, just because you think it's a game and it's not the deepest level of reality, these animals and humans alike can still feel all the pain, suffering, and psychological pain and torment of all the things that happen down here. Obviously, because if we didn't, the soul wouldn't carry on all these, like, you wouldn't get vengeful spirits or anything, or ghosts or phantoms. People who are very attached to, or souls who are very attached to this plane, because it's so fucked up and brutal that niggas need to literally be fucking cleansed when they get to the astral realms. It's very interesting. It's very fucked up and insane place. And I asked myself, okay, we're going through all this pain and suffering to just evolve and grow so we can expand consciousness for some reason, because we're curious. Nigga, I'm not curious enough to go in the woods at night and I can see a fucking pack of wolves down the fucking street. I'm not that curious, nigga. I know what's gonna happen. Like, are we that unaware? How stupid are spirits? We gotta really ask ourselves this question. How stupid are we? If a human being can see all these things and have the foresight and knowledge, how stupid are these spirits? My nigga, how stupid are we really? They're trying to make it seem like we're just these dumbass people, these dumbass spirits who never learn anything. My nigga, who cannot predict anything. And they try to make it seem like our limitations of our knowledge is just unbounded and uncapped. But then what the reasoning they have behind coming back down here is very insane, my nigga. Like, for one, karma. What if it was more like a system where people lived in a amazing place where it wasn't filled with suffering and we wasn't in bodies, we didn't have to eat or consume anything, and when we thought about negative thoughts, or we could really like, okay, look, our imaginations, like we could really hone in on our imaginations and really make our own realities inside of our own imaginations, and we could like go down every, like almost like making a game or creating a game, and we can go down every little scenario and learn from those scenarios and put ourselves in those scenarios with real life consequences and real life things, man, inside of the scenarios, right? But we can pull ourselves out of it immediately and realize, like, damn, that was really fucked up. I understand it now. I really can see how fucked up it is. I can really understand it, my nigga. Because obviously, reincarnated ain't working for some people. Because these niggas coming down this bitch thousands of lifetimes and still not learning the fucking same. So maybe we need to try something different and new. That's all I'm saying and suggesting. But yeah, man, that's all really I got to say, man. Y'all, I went on a tirade and a rant, basically. But, man, y'all keep y'all head on right, man. I'm not coming with the delusion to cope. Y'all just try to cope, get through this world, man, get through this life. And really try to figure out the truth. And don't place your hope in delusion. Place your hope in something that is real and something that can possibly be real. Please do that. Don't place your hope in delusion, man. I know it gets hard and tough. And maybe I'm even placing my hope in delusion with this plan. But I want to see if it's real. And I will follow it through. I will see it through. But that's all I really got to say, man. Yeah, man. Keep your head up. Hope y'all have a good day or night whenever y'all watching this. And yeah, peace out. See y'all next time.